Hi, I'm Cidália Castro, and I'm answering Marcela Ponte's questions. And I've written some of the answers down so I can get straight to the point and not take a very long time from you. Okay? So if you guys catch me reading, I'm sorry, it's just for the best of everyone. Okay, and sorry for my English, which is not very amazing, but well, I'm doing my best. Okay, I'm gonna read the questions and say the answers for you. Okay, can you introduce yourself? I am Cidália Castro. I'm a singer, songwriter, and I'm an actress. I'm a musical director, and I have been in the music business for 20 years now. Okay, and I've done a lot of things that a lot of people know, but they don't know it's me. Well, maybe she'll explain that to you in person out there. Okay, can you explain a little bit about you and your occupation? I have been singing since I can remember. Like, I have a recording from when I was 3.5 years old. Yeah, I do have it. And I started to sing professionally in 1994. I did a lot of things. I've recorded 4 solo albums. I have a solo career since then. I have several participations in some people's works, like I've recorded Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen, Filtro Solar with Pedro Bial, for example. I've recorded backup singing for several artists, Tim Maia, Ed Mota, Flávio Venturini, Alceu Valença, Cidade Negra, to name a few. I have been doing all kinds of jobs related to music all of that time, and I've been dubbing since 2003, and I've been doing musical theater since 2000. So yeah, I am a workaholic, babies. What was your first job as an actress? Well, my first job as an actress was in this musical in 2000 called Rio's Cabaret Musical. It was written, it is an original musical, and was written by a real friend of mine called Carlos Lessa. He's a director, a singer, an actor, and a choreographer. He's doing Cazuza, O Tempo Não Para, this, in the role of one of the Cazuza's friends. He's great. And it was a collage of musicals. Like, it was a story stitching songs together. Like, we sang Phantom of the Opera, Telling You, I'm Changing, McCavity, all those standards that everybody knows today. But you know, after that, I acted in lots of musicals like Phantom of the Opera, Jekyll and Hyde, The Sound of Music, Fame, Evita. Okay. What was your first job dubbing? My first job dubbing was the opening theme for That's So Raven. Se você quer ver o futuro, that one. And then the musical director chose me to be the voice of Raven singing, and the voice of Jake Kyle in My Wife and Kids singing. Those were my first jobs, and back in 2002, 2003. And I did that for 4 seasons, of the TV show, and I'm doing it since then. Everything in parallel to my solo career, you know. But now, since I started doing musical direction, it's been a really hard task to maintain my solo career and my creations and my songwriting, but we keep on trying, babies. Well, which of these is your favorite job? Okay, this is like everything I do is my favorite thing at the moment I'm doing it. No, it's not a hypocrite thing. It's real. But being honest, I love to sing and write my own stuff. And I love to sing live with my band. I haven't been doing that for a while, but that's for a good cause, because I'm producing, I am directing some Disney shows, some in dubbing, you know. Disney, Nickelodeon shows. It's very good, and I'm enjoying a lot because I'm being creative. I'm still being creative, so it's very good for me as well. It's an accomplishment, and it's a kind of it's good. It's good because people recognize a new kind of artistry in me, and I've been respected, admired, and I create because I have to rewrite the songs in Portuguese. So this is very stimulating. I'm loving it right now. The thing that I adore is being a singer-songwriter. I'm not gonna lie. How do you feel when you listen to your voice on TV? How did you feel when you listened to your voice on TV for the first time? Okay, that was good, that was fun, that was really, like, yeah. I had this band in 1994, and we put a song in the soundtrack of a soap opera. And before that, I've recorded a campaign that went to the radio and TV, and that was cool. They used to call me the Brazilian Mariah Carey. I used to do those high notes, calling old dogs high notes. I still do them, and they called me to do that campaign because it was based on a Mariah Carey song at the time. And then when I recorded that song with them, when we were already a band, there has this high note in the middle of the song, and when they were showing the making of that soap opera where we put the song into the soundtrack, which was called História de Amor. The band was called Loop, and the song was called Minha Ambição. If you want to check it out, feel free. It's not a very good song, but I did the best I could. We all did the best we could back then, and there was this high note, and they kept playing it over and over while the scenes were happening, while they were describing what would happen in the soap opera. That was cool, actually. That was really cool. Like, people calling me, you're on TV, that's so cool. Yeah. Okay, so when I've heard Sunscreen on the radio, brother and sister together we'll make it through. Yeah, when I've heard that first time, on TV, on the radio. It was like, oh yeah, that's me, and some people don't know it's me, and they are like, ah, you're lying. And then I had to do that video to say, well, the voice is mine, and now you know that. Please give some respect. Okay, I told you I talk too much. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's go ahead. What is the biggest challenge for those who want to follow this career? Now it's really important, because the biggest challenge, there are several challenges throughout the process. It can take several years for you to get somewhere. It could take several years for you to get the attention of the media. Well, or you can be lucky enough to have your breakthrough at the first year of your career, but it's not always what happens. It's hard. In Brazil, it's really hard because people won't. Culture is not a very good. How can I say that? Culture is something hard to be recognized in this country, so more and more it's harder and harder. So you gotta struggle a lot. You gotta be super strong minded, super focused, and you have to know that you gotta be patient. You gotta face, even if you succeed, you gotta face a lot of injustice, a lot of people telling you what to do, and creative stuff, like creative differences will happen. People will try everything to change you in so many levels. They want you to have the perfect body all the time. You cannot stay, you cannot be sick, you cannot have any kind of illness. They forget that you are human, so you gotta be patient and strong and say no when you have to say no. You gotta know that the glamour is just the tip of the iceberg, so don't get the illusion that everything is going to be so much better if you have a record deal, or if your video has 200,000 views and stuff. It's not simple as that. I went all the way. I never gave up, because that's what I am. That's who I am. That's what I wanted to do in my life. I wanted to do that for a living, so I never gave up. But sometimes you want to give up, so don't. You have to love it. You have to be that. You have to really love it, or else you're not gonna survive. Let's say that. And you gotta dedicate yourself. It's the challenge is to keep going in spite of everything you face, but you have to keep going. The biggest challenge maybe is to be going, to stay true to yourself and to be yourself, to never forget where you came from, you know. So that leads me to the next question. What message would you leave for those who want to get there? Never give up. There will be lots of heights, but there will be lots of lows all the way. Even when you succeed, that's what I was talking about. You have to be tough. You have to be strong. You don't listen only to the criticism. You have to listen to the criticism only if it's something that will help you improve everything you're doing. Unless it's this case, don't listen to the trolls on the internet saying you're too fat for this, you're too skinny for this, you're too old for this, you're too pretty for this, you're too young for this, you're not good enough, you're too good, I've listened to all kinds of stuff, and I had to stay strong. So that's what you've got to do in the first place. You cannot forget where I came from. You cannot forget that you're a human being. You gotta respect everyone. You can listen to the compliments, but don't be like fooled by them, because it's dangerous. Because you might think you're better than you are, and it's a very dangerous thing. So be careful. Okay. Probably if you rise, you're not gonna stay up there unless you are good enough, skilled enough. So you have to remember that. Okay. You gotta be good for everyone. You gotta be professional. Never stop being professional. You have to be professional, really professional. It seems obvious, but it's not. Always be professional. Okay. Study a lot. Improve everything, so you're always a step further, you're always a step ahead of people. It's gonna be very, very useful, okay? So if you're a singer, you're gonna be stable with your technique, so you're not gonna say, oh, my voice is functioning very nice today, but it's not gonna function tomorrow. Or sometimes I wake up with a very good voice and sometimes I don't. No such thing as this. There's no such thing as this if you dedicate yourself and study music, study an instrument, study your instrument, vocal instrument, because it is an instrument. Although it's inside us, it's an instrument. Be professional, okay? We love having your participation in our project. Thank you very much. I thank you for having me. I thank you for having me and bearing with me all that talking. Okay, thank you very much for listening to me. Leave a message for your fans like us. Okay, I want to tell you thank you very much for all your support throughout the years, all your love. It's so important, You have no idea how important this is for an artist. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because sometimes, like I said, the struggle is real. The struggle is hard. And sometimes mean people try to break our spirit. So sometimes we even doubt our mission, everything we know we were born to do. But when a fan comes and says, oh, I love your voice, it inspires me, oh, well, anything that love you gave us, it's so important, because it makes us stop and make a reflection like, oh, thank you, Lord, this is all worth it. Thank you, God, because this is the right path. I chose the right path after all, because I made someone laugh. I made someone lighter with the song, with my voice. So thank you very much for your support, because it's really important. It gives us strength to go ahead, to stay focused, and to say it's all worth it. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Good luck to you. Bye-bye. Bye, Marcela. All the luck to you. Bye-bye.